past few days, accusations have been made against me alleging improprieties in my capacity as a member of the Township Committee relating to affordable housing. I would like to take a moment to address and, more importantly, refute the allegations that have been made, and I believe the best way to do that is to set forth the facts. In my personal life, I am a developer and am president of my development company, Tom Development, Inc. In 2015, my company became aware that a property on North Beer Street in Holmdel became available for sale, and we entered into a contract to purchase it at that time. After entering into the contract, I realized that as a member of the Township Committee, it was better for me to not own investment property in Holmdel so as to avoid any potential conflict of interest. As a result, on December 20th, 2016, my company assigned all of its rights, benefits, duties, and obligations under the North Beer Street contract to another company named Hackensack Investa LLC, in which I hold no interest and never held any interest. By completing this divestiture from North Beer Street property, I eliminated having any conflict, any interest in the property. In turn, based on the advice of counsel, I extinguished any conflict of interest that could have arisen from having an interest in the property from the time of divestiture forward. During the course of 2017, the Township Committee took 2 public actions relating to affordable housing, neither of which I voted on. I did not vote on the proposed settlement agreement, and I did not vote on the zoning that was introduced by ordinance. In both instances, I was not present at the meeting where these votes took place. While I did not and do not have a legal disqualifying conflict of interest, had I been at the meeting to vote, I would have placed a recusal on the record, stating that I would not be voting on these matters out of abundance of caution. After the Township Committee approved an affordable housing settlement agreement without my participation, the matter proceeded to court. At that time, a developer seeking to build affordable housing raised the issue of my past involvement in the North Beer Street property in public court filings, and that were recently publicized by one of my political opponents. That is not news. In response to the affordable housing developer's contentions, I promptly filed a sworn statement under penalty of perjury. I explained my divestiture of any interest in the North Beer Street property as of December 20th, 2016, and certified that neither myself, nor my immediate family, nor any business organization with which I am associated had any financial interest or stake in the North Beer Street property. The affordable housing settlement was not ultimately approved by the court. As such, the matter returned anew to the Township Committee for further consideration. Since that time, on the advice of counsel, I have fully recused myself from any issues relating to affordable housing. This involves refraining from any deliberations, considerations, or review of materials relating to the Township's handling of the affordable housing issue, as well as having all the Township officials and professionals refrain from corresponding with me on affordable housing. I directed the Township Administrator to implement the recusal, which remains in place today. In sum, I divested myself from the North Beer Street property in 2016 in order to eliminate any potential conflict of interest or appearance of impropriety. Since that time, the Township Committee has taken 2 actions relating to affordable housing, neither of which I voted on. Once this issue regarding my past interest in the North Beer Street property was raised in court, I provided a sworn statement outlining my divestiture and certified that neither me nor any relative has any interest in the property. I have also since that time, out of abundance of caution, executed a full recusal from any items related to affordable housing. I make this statement to provide context to the legal filings that have been circulated, refute the allegations of impropriety that have been made, and explain the steps that I have taken to avoid any conflict of interest. At this point, the affordable housing issue remains the subject of ongoing litigation, which is being handled by my 4 colleagues on the Township Committee. The second item I'd like
they're rented, and the math goes back and forth. So there's a lot of criteria that we put into it, and just when you think it's done, it has to get reevaluated again. So yes, I think we did look at that math, and it never really felt like it